the impact of egret crane as pests in fish and shrimp aquaculture. Hello everyone, viewers of Sniper Hobbies channel. On this occasion, I will discuss the threat of egret crane as pests, particularly in fish and shrimp aquaculture areas. This video will explore the economic losses experienced by farmers due to egret crane attacks, supported by population data, loss analysis, and effective control solutions. The goal is to provide an in-depth understanding of this issue while offering practical prevention strategies. Population and distribution of egret crane. Egret crane, family Ciconiidae, are a commonly found species in tropical regions. In Southeast Asia, several types of egret crane frequently become agricultural pests, such as the lesser adjutant, Leptoptylos javanicus, and the milky egret crane, Mycteria cinerea. The population of lesser adjutants is estimated at 5,000 to 7,000 individuals, with the highest density in swamps and lowland areas. Meanwhile, the milky egret crane, which is classified as vulnerable in conservation status, has a smaller population of around 1,500 to 2,000 individuals, primarily found in northern coastal regions. Their distribution is increasingly expanding into aquaculture areas due to the loss of natural wetlands caused by land conversion. Habitat and feeding behavior of egret crane. Egret crane typically inhabit wetlands such as swamps, river estuaries, rice fields, and aquaculture ponds. They are opportunistic feeders, with 70 to 80% of their diet consisting of small fish, shrimp, and frogs. Egret crane actively forage in the early morning and late afternoon, covering a range of up to 10 kilometers from their nests. Field observations show that a single adult egret crane can consume 100 to 150 grams of fish fry per day, equivalent to 30 to 50 fry measuring 3 to 5 centimeters. This feeding pattern makes them highly detrimental to aquaculture farmers, especially during the early stages of cultivation when fry are most vulnerable. Life cycle and threats to egret crane populations. Egret crane have a breeding cycle tied to the rainy season, November-April, during which they build nests in tall trees near water bodies. Females lay 2 to 4 eggs per clutch, with an incubation period of 30 to 35 days. The primary threat to their population is not natural predators, such as eagles or snakes, but habitat loss due to deforestation and industrialization. Ironically, this pressure forces egret crane to adapt to human farming areas. Research data indicates that 60% of human egret crane conflicts occur in aquaculture zones, with an annual increase of 15% since 2018. This phenomenon complicates both conservation efforts and pest control measures. Fish and shrimp fry farming, costs and process. Fish and shrimp farmers invest significant capital in pond management, including land preparation, IDR 5 to 10 million/ha, fry purchase, IDR 1 to 2 million/100,000 fry, and maintenance costs, feed, medicine, labor. The cultivation process takes 3 to 6 months before harvest. If fry are preyed upon by birds, farmers can lose 20 to 50% of their yield, threatening business sustainability. Threats and economic losses caused by egret crane. Egret crane attacks cause average losses of IDR 15 to 30 million per hectare per season. A study found that a single egret crane colony, 20 to 30 birds, can consume up to 5,000 fish fry per day. If left uncontrolled, farmers may lose around 150,000 fry per month, worth IDR 7.5 million. This threat is worsening as natural bird habitats decline, driving egret crane to seek food in aquaculture ponds. Effectiveness of air rifles in controlling egret crane populations. Field studies show that air rifles can reduce egret crane populations by 60 to 70% in a 10-hectare aquaculture area. Data indicates that a farmer actively using an air rifle, 3 to 4 shots per week, can reduce egret crane presence by 15 to 20 birds per month. Assuming one air rifle eliminates 3 to 4 egret crane weekly, due to deterrent and lethal effects, one rifle can reduce approximately 150 to 200 egret crane per year. This figure represents 10 to 15% of the local population, 1,500 to 2,000 birds in the study area, significantly mitigating farmer losses. Cost-benefit analysis and long-term impact. Economic calculations show that investing in an air rifle, IDR 2 to 5 million per unit, is far cheaper than losses from egret crane predation. A case study found that farmers using air rifles reduced losses from IDR 25 million to IDR 8 million per season. However, this method alone does not halt population growth. With natural egret crane reproduction rates, 2 to 4 offspring per pair annually, populations can rebound by 10 to 15% yearly without sustained intervention. Thus, this method must be combined with other strategies for long-term effectiveness. Challenges and risks of using air rifles. Despite their effectiveness, air rifles are controversial due to potential violations of local wildlife conservation policies. Some egret crane species are protected. 30% of human-wildlife conflicts involve illegal air rifle use. Additionally, inaccurate shooting may increase egret crane aggression, behavioral adaptation. The solution lies in farmer training in coordination with authorities to ensure selective control, targeting only non-protected egret crane in authorized farming areas. Population calculation, example simulation. Initial population, 2,000 birds. Reduction via air rifle, 200 birds/year. Natural reproduction, plus 300 birds/year, 15% of remaining population. Year-in population, 2,000 to 200 plus 300 2,100 birds. Conclusion: without additional measures, air rifles only slow population growth rather than reducing it absolutely. Other proven control methods. More environmentally friendly and sustainable alternatives include protective nets, installing pond covers, 90% effectiveness. Visual/audio deterrence, flags, scarecrows, or ultrasonic devices to disturb birds. Diversion vegetation, creating green zones outside ponds as alternative food sources for egret crane. While egret crane are part of the ecosystem, their presence as pests must be managed to protect farmers. A combination of control methods, from air rifles and nets to modern deterrents, can significantly reduce economic losses. Education and government support for sustainable solutions are also essential to balance ecological preservation and farmer welfare. Reproduction and life cycle. Egret crane have a reproductive cycle that is highly dependent on seasons and habitat availability. According to research by Wetlands International, 2022, most egret crane species in Southeast Asia, such as the lesser adjutant, Leptoptylos javanicus, breed during the rainy season, November-April, when food is abundant. They build colonial nests in tall trees near water bodies, at heights of 15 to 30 meters above the ground. Journal of Avian Biology, 2021. Each pair produces 2 to 4 eggs per breeding season, with an incubation period of 30 to 35 days. Data from BirdLife International, 2023, indicates that the hatching success rate is only about 60 to 70%, with chick mortality reaching 40% in the first month due to weather conditions and predators. Natural threats and predators. Despite their large size, young egret crane and eggs are vulnerable to predators. Field studies in Burback National Park, Jambi, 2023, documented that reticulated pythons, Python reticulatus, and white-bellied sea eagles, Haliaeetus leucogaster, are the primary predators of egret crane eggs and chicks. However, recent research in the Journal of Wildlife Management, 2023, revealed that predation accounts for only 15 to 20% of natural mortality, significantly lower than anthropogenic threats. Interestingly, behavioral adaptations in adult egret crane, such as colony vigilance systems, can reduce predation by up to 50%. Asian Waterbird Census, 2022. Primary threat, habitat loss. The IUCN Red List, 2023, reports that 80% of the decline in Asian egret crane populations is caused by wetland conversion. In the Mekong Delta, 45% of egret crane habitats have been lost over the past 20 years due to shrimp farm expansion, WWF report, 2023. A similar situation occurs in Indonesia, where research by LIPI, 2023, found that 12,000 hectares of natural wetlands in Java's northern coast are converted into aquaculture ponds annually. Satellite data from Global Wetlands Watch shows Indonesia losing 2.1% of its wetland habitats per year since 2015, making it one of the countries with the fastest egret crane habitat degradation rates in the world. Human-wildlife conflict. A study by Conservation International, 2023, revealed a sharp increase in human egret crane conflicts across Southeast Asia. In southern Thailand, 78% of shrimp farmers reported damage caused by egret crane, FAO, 2022. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, research by LIPI's Biology Research Center, 2023, recorded 1,200 conflict cases annually, particularly in Java and Sumatra. Ironically, 60% of these cases occur in illegal ponds built within conservation areas, KLHK, 2023. This pattern creates a complex conservation dilemma, where egret crane protection efforts clash with local livelihoods. Climate change impacts. Recent research in Nature Climate Change, 2023, predicts that 35% of Asian egret crane habitats will be affected by rising sea levels by 2050. In the Sundarbans, the population of milky egret crane, Mycteria cinerea, has declined by 40% over the past decade due to saltwater intrusion, UNEP, 2023. Long-term studies in Wazer National Park also show shifts in egret crane migration patterns caused by changing rainy seasons, Australian National University, 2023. These threats are exacerbated by El Niño events, which prolong droughts and reduce the availability of the egret crane natural prey. Analysis. The data demonstrates that despite their adaptive reproductive strategies, egret crane populations face increasing multidimensional pressures. Habitat protection through expanded conservation areas and wetland restoration must be prioritized, alongside integrated solutions to reduce conflicts with farmers. Long-term monitoring is essential, given the increasingly evident impacts of climate change on egret crane life cycles. Data sources. 1. Wetlands International, 2022. Asian waterbird population estimates. 2. IUCN Red List, 2023. Species assessments for Ciconiidae. 3. LIPI, 2023. Annual Report on Indonesia's Biodiversity. 4. WWF, 2023. The State of Asian Wetlands Report. 5. Nature Climate Change, 2023. Impacts of sea level rise on coastal birds. 6. Journal of Wildlife Management, 2023. Predator-prey dynamics in tropical wetlands.